race is on for rain all across the country. Farmers are now in crisis mode in the Midwest. And Carrie, if those farmers don't get rain, it could mean a rise in prices at our grocery stores, right?
Right, Fields. This drought is the worst we've seen in more than 50 years. Tonight, I talked to a Valley farmer and president of the Farm Bureau about just how bad it is. And he says if they don't see a lot of rain in the next week, we could see a rise in the cost of everything from beef to breakfast cereal. Where will we see the rise in prices?
Well, I think you'll see it in cereal grains right off the bat. But like I said, all this is down the road. There's nothing going to happen overnight.
So tomorrow, your cereal won't go from $3 to $6.
No.
Kevin Rogers is president of the Arizona Farm Bureau and a fourth-generation family farmer. Today, they are harvesting their corn crop, and it looks pretty good. Farmers here are at least surviving these extreme conditions because they have irrigation in place to deal with drought.
You know, here we're kind of spoiled because I can turn the water on and off as I need to. But in the Midwest, if they don't have the rain, they're out of business.
In the 18 states that produce most of our country's corn, only 31% of the crops were rated good or excellent this past week, as opposed to 66% at this time last year.
That just tells you the intensity of the drought that they're going through right now. And it's bad across the nation.
While corn here at Rogers Farm is used for dairy feed, corn in the Midwest, the corn now at risk.
This is used for feed. The corn in the Midwest is used for feed. It's used for ethanol. It's used for us. They make cereal out of corn. They make all kinds of things out of corn, and it could affect everyone eventually.
Try to make our shopping like just once a week if possible.
Trisha Logan feeds a family of 5. She's worried about food prices going up.
They're definitely on the rise, especially like the produce department and meats. So we tend to buy in bulk and buy in season and stock up. Hey, Ashley, go on and get your eggs.
They also have a few chickens and grow vegetables to try to cut down on how much they spend at the grocery store.
So when they say this is epic proportion, I believe them.
As crops across the country deteriorate at a rate rarely seen in the last 18 years, Kevin Rogers describes this next week as a race against time. While rain is desperately needed here in the desert, for farmers in the Midwest, it truly is do or die.
It changes the face of the country because it's important that we feed ourselves as a nation. And so if we don't get the rain in the Midwest to get our stocks back up, it'll have rippling effects for years.
You heard him say, don't expect food prices to skyrocket overnight. That's not what he's saying. He's saying this could happen in the months to come, depending on what happens in the next week. Now, there is some good news tonight. The Midwest has seen some substantial rain over the past few days. The question is, Brittany, what's next?